good afternoon students of class 11. This is the 5th session of economic system. Today I will discuss about the demerits of the socialistic economic system. Now see, the socialistic economic system, the objective is very good. What is the objective? That is to provide the benefit to the people. But it is very difficult to implement the objective. Why? The thing is, this our government should be very strong and very honest. Without a proper government, the socialistic economic system cannot run. That is the biggest problem of the socialistic economic system. The government should be very honest, very strong. Why I am telling that government should be free from corruption. But in our country still, yet though India has some characteristics of the socialistic economic system, but this cannot be maintained properly due to some reasons. Now see what first problem is what? What is the first motive? The socialistic economic system should not be guided by the profit motive. Okay, very fine. But the thing is this, profit means what? The surplus. If there is no surplus, then what will happen? It is very difficult for the society to progress. Yes or no? What is the meaning of profit? Profit is a surplus. It is a difference between revenue and the expenditure. Now, if the farms or business unit or production unit, they don't have the surplus, how can they run? And they cannot expand their business. Moreover, they will be demoralized. Because why we are working? Why should we work hard? Because we should work hard in order to get better salary or better profit. But the society is not giving me that opportunity. So I will be demoralized. This is the basic problem of the socialistic economic system, that the profit motive is absent. But if the profit motive is absent, then what is the problem? There is no problem of the government. Government will tell you, I will do all the work for the benefit of the people. But who will suffer? The sufferers will be the private producers. The private, better to say the one word, private sectors. Who will suffer most? The private sector, because private sector has to be guided by the profit motive. Because in government sector, who gives the fund? Government. In the private sector, who will give the fund? Obviously the government. But without the surplus, how can this business unit run? Where is the answer? No answer. So that's why the socialistic economic system concept is not at all a proper concept, or maybe the idea is good but which cannot be implemented in reality, because maybe the government is very good, government is doing many more things for the society, it is free of corruption, but the private sector, we cannot include the private sector of the society. How we cannot tell them that we cannot give we cannot put a big board and say no, you cannot be guided by the profit motive. No, obviously they should be guided by the profit motive, otherwise they cannot expand the business, but because they will not get any aid or help from the government. Okay, understood? So the thing is this, if there is a private sector in the society, there should be a private sector in the society, and this private sector should be guided by the profit motive. I am giving the example of our country. It is the socialistic economic system by name only, but how many sectors the government is controlling directly? Very few sectors. The Prime Minister is selling out most of the sectors. For what reason? Because he needs money, or country needs money. Because the private, see, what is the problem of the public sector? Public sector already said they cannot be guided by the profit motive. But if there is no surplus, so it will be difficult to run the business or run the sector. Why? Machinery, big machineries, costly machineries are there, salaries are there, administrative cost is there, many more costs they have to pay. Where from they will get the money if the sector is not guided by the profit motive? For this result, socialistic concept cannot stand. So if you see the structure of the economy, then we will find that in maximum cases, all the countries, the economic society is capitalist. Because capitalistic society is absolutely guided by the profit motive, and there is the predominance of the dominance of the private sector. Capitalistic society, I have already taught that who are the owner? Private owners. Obviously, they are guided by the profit motive. I am giving you one example. See, private hospitals and government hospitals. Private hospitals, though we have to pay more than the private government hospital. Then why we are not going there? Because all the government sector, they are not guided by the profit motive. See the condition, shortage of money. Always, all the time, we need surplus. Nobody cannot deny the fact. If there is no surplus, no sector can run. Government is good or bad, government is corrupted or not, that is a different question. But the thing is this, if in order to do the social welfare also, someone needs money, then who will supply money if there is no creation of money in the society? This is the basic problem of the socialistic economic system. They are telling that the society should not be guided by the profit motive. Then where is the surplus? Who will provide that extra fund for the expansion of the business, for running of the business? No one. Okay, so that is the thing. The thing is that whatever the sector, public or the private sector, both the sector will be guided by the profit motive. Afterwards, you think that consider whether our government is good, government is bad, government is corruption free or not. But the main motto is that all the sector, whether it will be the private sector or whether it is a private sector, it should be guided by the profit motive. If the public sector is to some extent guided by the profit motive, then the common people can get much better benefit from the private sector, and they don't have to depend on the private sectors unnecessarily. Take the example of the hospitals. If the government will provide a better benefit to the common people, then common people should not go to the private sector. But government is telling that we don't have fund, we don't have the machineries, we don't have the faculties. These as many things one after another they are telling, because the main thing is that there is a shortage of fund. So the biggest problem of the socialistic economic system is the basic motive, that the society should be governed the society will be guided by the profit motive, which is not applicable. Neither in case of private sector, so obviously it is inapplicable. In case of public sector also, government should find a way to earn profit. Number one, motive company. Number two, inefficiency. Everybody will take that yes, man is very correct. Inefficient. You go to the government sector, our government sector, half of the employees, they are maybe not working properly. Why? Because their job is secured. That whether I will work or I will not work, I will get the salary. Okay, understood. So what is happening? They are not thinking that if I will not work, then what will happen? That the office will suffer or the production unit will suffer. So they are very lethargic, they are reluctant to work. But if you go to the private concern, everybody is very, very conscious about their work, because they know that there is no job security. If I fail to work next day, I will be replaced by somebody, which is not happening in case of the government sector. So the people are very inefficient, very lethargic. Also, they are not willing to do the work. Okay. Number three, lack of fund. As I say, they are not guided by the profit motive. There is a lack of fund. Lack of fund means that they are not getting the sufficient fund so that they can expand the business, they can adopt the new technology. many more things whatever they can do, what is expected that they cannot do. Number 4, political interference. This is so very important thing. For everywhere if you go to the government sector, there is called bureaucracy. That is political interference. Political interference means which party is in the position, you have to listen to them. That's why the people who are capable, who are efficient, who are eligible, they are not getting the job. These are who are getting the job, the people who are associated with the politics, the party cadres, they are getting the job. Okay, understood? So that is called that political interference everywhere. But if you will go to the private sector, there is no question of politics. Okay, politics free environment we are getting in the private sector. That's why it is flourishing. But in the government sector, whenever you will go, you will see that too much political interference, and as a result, the people who are worthy of getting the job, they are not getting the job. 4th point. 5th point is that wastage. What is the wastage of resources? It is a common feature of any public sector or the socialistic economic system. Means what? I have said the government employee, they are very lethargic. The production is taking too much of time, either due to their back attitude or due to the lack of fund. As a result, what is happening there is wastage of the resources. Suppose if the task will see about metro's condition, how long it will take, year after year, Majaran bridge construction. It is happening, but nobody knows when it will get over. I have given the example of metro. So, what more we can say? What is happening? Wastage of materials, wastage of money, wastage of time. As a result, the thing is this: the socialistic economic system can be our best economic system, but it is not. Ironically, it is not at all the very best system. Better to say the capitalistic economic system is a much better system than the socialistic economic system. You can give a different opinion, it is up to you. But the thing is this: the capitalistic economic system, there are many advantages. First of all, it is guided by the profit motive. Okay, thanks. This video will be followed by